love that song.
Oh, Lord.
What was that? A Crazy Train?
Yes. I don't know. I just like hearing him sing. It's about like listening to him and AC/DC because I don't care where you at. When they throw their music on, you know exactly who it is.
Oh, yeah.
You
Just,
know,
and
first three beats in it, you know who it is.
yeah. Randy Rhoads, when he was, live,
Yeah.
you could tell his guitar right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear when they do some of the older Ozzy songs, and they have the other guitarist, it's like
Not
you
the same.
you can tell the difference.
Well,
they're playing the same thing, but you can tell the difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it's like this, okay? When they first come out, I loved Eagles. All right. They broke up. And what was it, 20 some years later, maybe even longer, they got back together again. And they started playing the same music that they played when they first come out. I listened to them on the record before I bought it. It's not the same. They got the same tunes, they got the same people singing it and everything, but something was missing.
Who are you talking about?
Eagles,
Oh, okay.
And I think when they come back out,
Well, there's a reason they don't sound the same.
oh, I know that. The
okay.
vocal cords are wore out, but
Yeah.
but they did come out with a song after they got back together. It's called
Well, they can't get back together.
well, not now they can't, but they did before everybody.
Well, there was an airplane accident that kind of put a damper in things.
I'd say that put a big damper in things.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. I think the brother, I can't remember his name, the lead singer, but his brother was actually pretty good. I was surprised. But it's still not the same,
No.
Freebird.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, let's face it. Our type of rock and roll is gone. Nobody else is coming out, like that. You had Skinner, you had Doobies, you had Ozzy, Poison, Dio, groups like that. Turn the radio on, first three chords, you knew exactly who it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I'm starting to sound just like my daddy now. But you turn the radio on today, I'll turn the shit right back off. I can't stand what they call. I do not like gangster rap. I'll put it like that.
Hey, Copycat.
Some rap I like. I liked Eminem when he first started. Free rap. I like the two brothers, DMC, the Fat Boys, ones like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, even country is not country. And I'm going to say this, okay? The type of country they're playing now, back in the 70s, we call that fag rock. Easy listening or whatever you want to call it. Oh, crap.
Yeah. The Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Doors was good. The Who?
Now it's like less talent, more artists. They use stuff like auto tune and all the computer stuff in it. So many of them just sound like it's a cookie cutter sound that they're going for in a lot of certain genres, you know.
Yes, Robert. Yeah. After I said it, it wasn't 15 minutes.
But man, I listened to a guy the other day, and I should have subscribed to the channel. I forgot to. I can't remember his name, but man, he had a real good sound. It's like was it that Anthony Oliver guy? Richmond, Norfolk,
Yeah.
Richmond.
Rich man north of yeah.
It wasn't his sound, but it was similar to it. You know, you can't duplicate that type of sound, but
Oh God, no.
Yeah, there's a guy on I think it's Kentucky radio or Virginia radio or something like that. The one that got Oliver
Anthony,
Poplar. And he looks like a little kid. And then all of a sudden he sings and it's like, holy moly.
yeah,
This guy is like, where's
real
that
deal.
voice coming from?
Yeah.
And he's got a real deep voice and he's got that southern drawl, I guess you would in his singing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's face it. I'm talking to you, Bushcraft, not so much to you, Watt, but our generation right now, we saw the first Atari games. We were the generation that played outside in the mud, rode bikes, walked up and down the streets, you know, like that. We are our last generation of this generation today who really made this generation. We kind of done the Atari games, made them as big as what they was, you know, like that right there. I know what I'm wanting to say, but it ain't coming out right.
Yeah, a lot of the things y'all did and coming up, either a kid or a young adult, kind of long gone now in some ways.
Yeah. I mean, look at it like this. Bushcraft, how old was you when you drove your first vehicle?
7 or 8.
So was I.
Because I had to drive my dad home from the bar.
Yeah. Well, I think my daddy had a migraine, a real bad one. And about halfway back home after we got out in the county, daddy said, get over here. And I was about 8 or 9. Straight drive. Never knew how to drive one. Guess what? Before I got home, I knew how to drive one.
Oh, yeah.
But you put a person, boy or girl, behind the steering wheel of a vehicle now, I don't care if it's in a pasture, in a parking lot where the business is closed down, you let somebody see that, they call them the law. And before it's over with, you're going to have CPS in on you and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't right. How's the youngin' going to learn anything?
Yeah, nowadays they want you to spend $600 for somebody else to teach your kid how to drive, and that's around in town and not, you know,
on the highway or
what happens if you go over a big mud puddle and you hydroplane? They don't even know what that is because they're not taught anything like that. They're just taught how to go to school and come back home.
Or black ice but today's generation, a youngin' falls down. Are you okay? They want me to get that boo-boo. Our generation, go and do it again. Bet you won't do that again.
Yeah.
You know, that's our generation. Experience.
I was born in '88. I think the first motorized vehicle I had was I got a go-kart when I was like 6 or 7,
Oh
and I
my
drove
God.
it till the wheels fell off and I couldn't fit on it no more. But I learned how to drive. Maybe a year or 2 years later, it was a Ford 700 model tractor,
Okay. Now,
and that's what I learned how to drive on.
now the tractor, I done mine in the tobacco, doing tobacco. I was about 4 or 5 years old.
I
Could
was
not
in the
reach,
back
but yeah,
doing the tobacco.
yeah.
I wasn't allowed to drive that.
Well, I was told if I run over the tobacco plants, I'm gonna get my tail torn slap up. And I mean, I couldn't even touch the floor on that, you know.
And
But
if anybody ever seen, because there was 2-seater in the back when you did the tobacco, because
plant,
you didn't plant seeds. You planted a starter.
yeah.
No plugs.
Hey, thank you, Lewis, for a member for 3 months.
Well, now
And this apparatus thing, you had to put the plant
in a wheel,
in this wheel, and it would go down and it would pluck it into the ground. It
Yeah.
would go plunk and come back up, and every time you had to feed that thing.
Mm-hmm.
now which one was it they were laying down on to do the tobacco? I can't think of that. But I had, oh, what was it, like maybe a week of seeing that when I was doing tobacco.
What was it?
And yeah, some type of planting machine, like what you're talking about. But they laid down on it to do it. I can't remember if it was picking or if it was putting the plants in the ground. I can't.
I've seen this
I don't know.
video
There
of
might have
somebody doing
been.
that. It was a
What?
plant. They were planting it.
Yeah,
Okay.
picking. We didn't. There was no machine for it. You had this really long, heavy thing with this hook, kind of like a hook on it, and you would go under the leaves and you yank back, and it would pull the whole thing up.
Okay.
And that knife or whatever that thing was called, it was so heavy. I couldn't do too much of it. My
Well,
grandpa
now,
would get in there.
I do know this.
He's a big old coal miner. So
When it comes to pecking tobacco, the only thing you did there is your back hurt. At the end of the day, you bent over, you popped them leaves off, and you put them in a bag. You know, and the women that was there, they would take it out of the bag, tie it up, put it on sticks, ready to be hung in the barn. I call them barn. You know, it's
it's a
dude.
special barn just for tobacco. You
Yeah,
had these real long sticks that would go across,
yeah.
and one person and then somebody'd hang them up there. You do the next one and then go above it. Some of those places were pretty tall.
Now, if you was happen to luck up and work in one of them barns, trust me, you would not look up but one time.
Once them leaves start sweating.
Oh my God. And it gets in your eye. That's
Mm-hmm.
all. I would prefer to put rubbing alcohol in my eyeball than to get tobacco juice in my eyeball.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
But
And you knew somebody that was working, that worked in them.
yeah.
You would see look like somebody spit all over them.
Mm-hmm.
They
Now
got
I
little
do.
brown stains all over their shirts and stuff.
And you wore a long sleeve shirt too. You didn't wear no tank top or short sleeve shirts.
That tobacco tear you up.
Bad. But the way we sweated was, I'm going to say old school, because he had wood stoves in every one of the houses, tobacco houses. And trust me, he would, the time he come out of there, the wood stove would be red hot. It'd be hopping. And that's the way they done it. Tobacco barns, Donna, are just about history.
Yeah. It's mostly all industrialized now.
Yeah. Well, it's a bunch of things. Cotton. Look, I'm 63 years old. I saw my first cotton field when I was in my 50s.
They're beautiful.
I didn't know what it was. My cousin pulled over and told me to go pick some.
I picked it in Alabama.
Well, I'm going to tell you what.
Me and my dad did.
If you don't know what a cotton field is and somebody tells you to go pick some, just smack them. Get over with.
You're going to
tear
get
your hands up.
You can get bloody fingers.
Yeah.
And if you get blood on the cotton,
it's ruined.
Yeah.
But and it does not feel like cotton in a bag, or well, they don't put them in bottles no more.
You got lucky.
But to see one in full bloom down here in the South is beautiful. It's like the snow of the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because I asked my cousin, did we get a hailstorm while we sleeping? It was kind of early morning. He said, no. And I asked him what that was. He said, that's a cotton field.
Do they still pick it, or they just use machines now?
Oh, it's machines now. They got machines that sucks it up and it spits it out the back like a giant round bale of hay, wrapped in plastic and all. Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. We got gigantic marshmallows around here out in the field.
Yeah. And you can tell when the truck just came and picked up a load, because you'll see pieces of cotton all down the road,
floating all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about round bales of hay. They put that white plastic on it, and it looks like marshmallows.
Yeah, it does, like a giant marshmallow. Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma.
Hey, I hope your day is good, or was good. But
now, we want everybody here. We want to make sure after this live, we got to go over to Vineyard Chicks.
I want to get something. I need to say something. I had planned on going live last Wednesday, but around between 1 and 2 o'clock, my internet went out. And I'm trying to figure out, did I pay my internet bill? What they cut it off and everything. So I called them up, and I wasn't ill or nothing like that. And I asked what happened. Somebody cut the fiber optic cable, and it was not on the schedule to be back on before 3 a.m.
Wow.
We did not have internet till about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I done got so used to cable, it about killed me watching regular TV.
Really?
I hate commercial.
Yeah.
Last night, I was over on Garden State Gardeners, It was a celebration for the girls, the Vineyard Chicks,
Okay.
and was fine all the way until the last bit. And I think I missed like 15 minutes. I'm just sitting here, and all of a sudden, lights go off.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, there's no storm. I mean, it's raining out, but there's no storm. Somebody
Exactly.
down the road decided they didn't like the pole that was sitting there. They hit the pole. It didn't fall or anything, but you know the connectors.
Yeah.
And the
Transformer.
yeah, the little where they have to have that little pole up there and
Yeah, the trick to pull to flip the fuse. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. It flipped over, so they had to get up there and connect it up, and then jump it going again. Whatever they call it, whenever they get the fuse back on there again.
Yeah. Of course, you don't feel it. You don't get shocked. But when you flip one of those fuses like that, you definitely feel it.
Yeah, you do.
But just the shock of that little Toyota hitting that pole, it flipped that thing over.
Well, now, do you remember the poles that used to have lights on it without the transformer back in the old days?
You mean street lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I know this for a fact, you can go up to a pole and kick the crap out of it. That light will go out for about 3 to 5 minutes. I know that's fact. I don't know about today, but the lights today has got the sensor on it. You know, when the sun goes down, the lights come on.
Photo cell.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what happened if you got one of these here laser beams, but it's fun.
I seen one of these van lifers. He backed up to one of those street lights or parked next to it and took the screws out and had jumper things and hooked it up. I'm surprised he didn't fry out his system, because you don't. I don't see how he did that without burning up his system.
Yeah, that direct flow of energy.
Yeah.
Well, now
it's not like just plugging a plug up to it.
No.
Well, now I saw on YouTube within the last 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to say all of them are like this, because I've not seen none where I'm at. To change a bulb, they will take a bolt out around waist high, give or take, and the top of it will swing down. Okay. It won't hit the ground. And the light itself, you can walk over there to it, take the cover off, change the bulb, and, you know, pull it back down, and like that right there. I'm sitting there. Man, that's neat. I need to do my pole like that.
Yeah, nowadays they got these strange blue lights in the big cities. I hear a lot of people that do a lot of traveling say they have a hard time going through those areas that have them blue lights.
I know the ones you're talking about. They look horrible. They do something to your eyes when you look at them.
It gives them headaches, or they'll get real sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would you put something in there to make people sleepy driving down the road?
Yeah.
It's more of a makes people docile, calm. It's like the blue lights on a lot of our electronics, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to, well, you know, there are some people that get mad when they drive 101.
Not mentioning none, right?
And they even have they labeled it a condition. I think they even give medication for it. People that suffer from too
Road
much
rage.
device, they have
Yeah.
Well, you know, it got me to thinking a while back ago. And I'm just going to hit on the subject. I'm not going to get into it about radio waves and stuff like that. And I saw yesterday, day before yesterday, that you can tell if it's messing with you because a person will start losing sleep, whatever, break out, their bodies will start breaking out into sores and stuff like that, or they get extremely sick from it. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I know a lot of people that these here waves, radio waves, is have an influence on, if that's the case.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's all, what do they call that? Until proven wrong, people like us, conspiracy theory, you know.
Well,
And
that's like the 5Gs. Well, I
yeah,
remember when it was 1G and everybody
yeah.
said, "Oh, the world's going to end because all the radio waves and the birds will fall from the skies and this and that." And then it went to 2G, the 3G. Now we're up to, well, we'll
well,
just say we're at 5G, even though like places in Japan are 13 and 14.
well, see,
China's up to 9.
I
So
thought it was already. Oh shit! Sorry about that. I thought there was another country that was already up to 10.
well, that's why I said Japan's 13 and 14.
Okay, I heard that.
They get all
China's
that technology first, so they're a couple generations ahead of us.
China's been running 9 for a good while.
Having oh,
Yeah,
you said
and
it now. I can say it.
we are too, but technically we're using 5G for the phones and stuff. But
Yeah,
we are using higher bandwidth than that.
Yeah.
You know, you go to, and that's what a G is. It's how much data transfer it is and whatnot. And the higher you go, the more energy is traveling through the air. Like when they do updates on the satellites and stuff, that's well over, it's probably 30 or 40 G's if you would go into that.
Oh man, yeah. Insane
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah.
say like Harvest Mary Moon says, she can't put her cell phone in her pocket because it gets hot. Mine does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I highly believe that all these radio waves and everything is one of the reason our weather is messed up. And I believe that's what's messing with the birds and everything. You know, they'll crank it up and you got.
I went to go get a van today and I had the money in my pocket and everything. And it was actually burning
Nice.
a hole in my pocket because I could feel the heat. I was like, oh, my money. But I was sitting there wondering that because I was like, I can feel, I don't know if it's just, my mind, but I could almost feel my pocket was hotter. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's because I've got all the all those barcodes in there. Because you know the $20 bills and the 50s and the 100s all have that strip.
That was the only thing in your pocket, in that pocket.
Yep.
But it's yeah, all that stuff. Well, I don't really get too deep about it, but I remember it was some years back. Somebody I knew that was in that type of field told me that yeah, they've got the scanner just like you could scan somebody and see their mileage per hour. You could scan somebody and inevitably see what all they got on them.
Oh, yeah.
As far as currency past a certain date.
Now, I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the people were. You'll get the people saying, "Well, you need to hold your money in your house so nobody knows how much money you have," and I'm like, that might have worked in the 50s and 60s when there was no thing to track your money. But nowadays, well, you can see it in some TV shows where they have a camera that can see through your walls and everything to see how many people are in the house.
Oh yeah.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg type stuff that they have. They have stuff that
they got
can tell if you're carrying certain things on your person just by the sonic field that puts off.
It's raining.
You guys need to be ready, though.
I got two things I want to say and ask. Number one, Harvest Merry Moon. Send me a link to that. And Mountain Grandma, when is supper over with? She's talking about blackberry pie and everything. Yum, yum.
Oh,
some good stuff.
I still have to make a video for Mountain Grandma's.
If it's cooked right, it's good.
She has a collaboration thing going on. I think it's every day, isn't it? That videos are going out of healthy snacks. I think it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mountain Grandma's doing that.
Yeah, she's hosting it. Yeah, there it is. Healthy Snacks 2024 or 24.
Nice. Check that out.
Mine comes out Saturday, by the way. Hopefully I have time to actually make the video.
Well, I've seriously thought here in the last couple of days, me making a video of, and I'm not going to say what it is, and I don't want you to start no argument either, Bushcraft, of making one big biscuit in the frying pan.
You mean a hoe cake?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you got to make this video. We got to get the debate settled finally.
I'll have to get Megan to
send
you a recipe.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. No, she makes hers identical to the way I make mine, but she calls her something else than what it's. I'm gonna show y'all the correct way of making this, the right way.
All right.
I love her little pan though that she makes us in.
I've got 4 different size pans. I'll have to use the next to the smallest on this one. I'll have to cook some pintos go along with it. No, I ain't got no ham hocks. That's all right.
I'll be doing protein balls. I don't know what to call them. I forget. I think I came up with a name for them at one time. And
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Bushcraft, you left that door wide open.
That's not it.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Did they get rid of my video?
Which one? I saw it, Grace. I'm gonna look it up. After
Oh,
the
I
show.
think they did get rid of my video for that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Because it's just going back to 2020.
2020.
Video.
On Truth.
Oh, they
I'm not
did.
exactly sure about that.
They did get rid of them. That video. That's because I don't know the recipe. So I was gonna go back and look at. Oh man,
Vester,
they are
really?
deleting some of my videos. Dang it!
Really?
Yep. Well, I could do the keto thing. The keto. I don't chaffle breakfast sandwich thing.
I hear people talk about the keto. I don't really know much about it though.
Oh man, I can't believe they took that out.
Pretty sure my diet violates the keto diet anyway.
Why would they get rid of those videos?
I'm on a seafood diet. I see the food, I'm going to eat it.
I don't think buttermilk pie is in the keto diet. I don't know. It may be.
No, it's got sugar in it.
Videos, popular.
Buttermilk pie. If y'all never tried it, you have no idea what you're missing. That pie right there is awesome.
Good stuff, yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know. Most people don't really know about it.
Quite a few of my videos.
Unless you ever really had one.
Really? Go to YouTube. How to make buttermilk pie. It may sound nasty to some people, but you really truly do not taste the buttermilk in it.
Yeah, it's I don't really know what you would describe it as, but it's good, yeah.
Yeah. And if you put too much buttermilk in it, you've killed the taste.
Yeah, if you make it just right and give it some fancy name, whoever eats it, they would never know nothing about it unless they've had a buttermilk pie before, of course. But
exactly. I can't think of the original name that come from, but
not like a custard.
Yeah.
Could be similar to a custard, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely put it in the category of a custard pie.
Yeah.
You know. Now, there's a black woman. She used to be, it was three sisters, or three of them that sang back in, soul music or whatever you want to call it back in the day.
Franklin?
And I think Aretha Franklin, I think so. I may be wrong, but she's got a restaurant up, I know it ain't Chicago. I'm thinking it's up there around Detroit or another area up there.
Yeah.
And she cooked soul food. I mean, 100% soul food. And that's where I got the idea of making a buttermilk pie. You know, so I looked the recipe up and I made one. And then my daddy at the time, I think I got one slice out of it. He got the rest of it.
Oh yeah. It don't last long, that's for sure.
No, it don't.
My mom used to make one every now and then as a kid.
And if one of them pies, you can't eat while it's still warm. You got to let it cool down.
Got to. You'll be hurting in more ways than one.
Oh God, yes. And I also made, it's called a crack cake. Okay. Mama had full blown Alzheimer's at the time I made it. Together, total, it was 3 cups of wine, white wine. I'm sorry, I did not cook the wine the way you're supposed to get the alcohol out. I got one slice out of it. Pop got one slice out of it. I covered it up, went to bed, got back up, was wanting another piece. It was gone. My mama told me that was the best cake she ever ate. She sat there and ate the rest of that cake while everybody else was asleep. But you know, I mean, first 2 or 3 times, yeah, she liked it. The first 2 or 3 times you make it, it is a good cake. But after that, it starts going downhill, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a T-bone steak. You know, a T-bone steak is excellent if it's cooked the way you like it. But
Yeah.
you don't want to eat one every day for a year, you know.
Yeah, I'm missing probably about 50 to 75 videos.
Wow.
Probably more than that. Yeah, all the videos that I did in, I think it was 2016, which was only 3 or 4 videos. Those are gone. One of them was 42,000 views.
Wow.
I'm sitting there going through here and trying to find some of them, seeing if they're marked for something else. And yeah, I'm missing a lot of videos.
Yeah, that's an insane amount.
Because I did some in 2000 or 2020 that I did a review on a camping kit, mess kit, and that was like 70,000 views right there. It's gone. It's not even in my list. And if I go back and I go to my latest video, it goes back to November 2020.
I wonder how many other ones from other creators they've taken down and they don't know.
I mean, these are some videos that don't mean anything. That, I mean, it's a review. One is paracord bracelet, or not a paracord bracelet, but a keychain.
Okay. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, probably a good bit. Right there. Wow.
On this channel?
Yeah. Because I'm remembering a lot of videos that I did, and I just went and I don't see them now. Here, let me look at my about real quick and see what that says. Let's see. Yeah, joined January 2016. But there's no videos from back then. Because I've got 1,024 videos. And it says I've only have 833,000 views. But if I look at my analytics and I go back to lifetime, I have 6,700,000 views. So there's a lot of videos they just took from me. I was wondering something because all of a sudden I was in the green for views and watch time, and it just tanked in the last week or so. Oh well, ain't nothing you can do about it. The thing that sucks is the protein balls. My daughter actually made the video for that, so that's the thing that sucks because it's daughter made it.
Yeah, the memories and the meaning more than anything.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious. I can't type.
You ever heard of a guy named John Deere?
The tractors?
You may or may not heard of him, but it was today in 1837 that he invented the first steel plow.
Huh.
Started making plows and eventually went on to make buggies and wagons, and the rest is history. Huh. I wonder when they started that whole ordeal, or if you wouldn't even have thought to go back and look, you know?
Yeah. There's my newer one, and I think I linked the old one. No, I linked Wrangle Star. Dang it. I'm froze.
No, don't look like you froze to me. How you feeling? Pretty warm?
My end, you look normal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on your phone. Okay.
Let me ask you this, and I'm gonna change the subject for a few minutes without really giving no details or nothing like that. I asked 101 about a year and a half, 2 years ago. If you come face to face with a full-grown black bear, the only two hole punchers you had was a 45 or a 10. Which one would you grab?
Well, that's not the first thing I'm not going to think about is to kill the bear.
Well, he's right there at me. That only means one thing. But I just want to know,
like 6 feet away from me, and he just looked at me and walked across the stream and kept on going.
That ain't the question I asked. Which
Well, you
one?
said if the bear was at you.
Yeah. Which one would you grab to defend yourself?
Mm.
I'm debating. I've not really done no research. I've been wanting a thesis, but come to find out, they had a recall on them. That was what, 6, 8 months ago?
Wasn't bear proof. They had to recall it.
That's what I'm thinking. Something definitely wrong. All right.
I mean, the 10 is not that much bigger than 9.
Well, it ain't the penetrating that I'm looking for. It's the knockdown. And I know a 45 has got damn good knockdown to it.
Well, yeah, if you can't penetrate, you ain't going to knock them down.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to penetrate. But it's the hit from it. ER, thank you.
I came across this. These are things that they are planning on banning in the near future. And it makes sense because I already see a couple things that's already on the list here. The first one is rainwater. You never think that something that comes free from a cloud in the sky.
There's more damn chemicals in rainwater than there is in groundwater.
You can't collect it.
Yeah.
But in my town, you can't.
Yeah, some cities and states you already can't.
Yeah. So that's not nothing in the near future type of thing. In this article, they tell you ways to make it look like it's accidentally getting collected.
Yeah.
Do you remember coming up in the younger days when it snowed? We went out and made snow cream back in our day. I wouldn't do that at all with nobody no more.
Oh no. The next one is composting. And there are already some states that have placed bans on
composting.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, now
this
if you've
includes
got
items such as yard waste, tree trimmings, food waste. They're saying it causes, stink and stuff in yards and whatnot. But the thing is, which is really funny, is you can't do this in the yard, but you can throw it in the trash and they can take it to the dump.
Yeah.
Well, what gets me, what I would say for y'all people who can't stand the stink, get your ass out of the country and move back to the city.
Well, that's mainly the ones who are complaining in the city. But that's where it usually starts. It starts from the city and moves its way out.
Yeah. Big city to small town.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm the type of person that would fill the bed of my truck up with pure 100% grade cow manure and take it to town. And let's say in an island where they got trees, just spread it around.
And the next one is off-grid energy.
Yep.
Oh no. Really?
Yeah,
that's happening in real time.
It's already a thing in some states. They're saying.
Like the story you told about Oregon, where they was putting meters on people's private water source.
Yeah.
Check out what's going on up there in Pennsylvania now.
Oh yeah, it's ongoing.
We'll talk about this come Wednesday.
And here's the next one. It is underground bunkers and shelters.
I catch my royal tail. I almost said it.
Even Mr. Zuckerberg had issues with where he built his.
You know, it's like this. If you don't tell nobody, how the hell they gonna know?
Oh, they know everything.
Mm-hmm.
The next one on the list is backyard animals. Meaning, for example, one town in Montana limits the number of chickens you can have on your property within the city limits. Well, here I can't even have chickens, so
in the city.
Yes, in the city.
Well, I can understand that. Okay, because you got too many.
Well, see, that's
one thing.
Yeah, but roosters don't make, they don't crow, so they don't wake nobody up in the morning. And you don't have to have a rooster to get eggs.
No.
And then you have to ask your neighbors and get their approval before you get the chickens too.
And get it notarized.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and some requirements are as anything below 10 acres you can't have animals on. In some counties and states. Yeah. So out of all those on that list that I did, which do you guys think it would be? Because I'm trying to think here. Because which one do you see coming first? And it's odd because a lot of them are already here. Those restrictions are already here.
Yeah.
The pits with the chickens, I think it's going to be first.
Well, see, it's already here.
Well, when we say first, I'm talking about all 50 states. Okay, not just a few.
Well, look, certain states are banning gas stoves.
Yeah.
Wood burning fire or pizza places, pizza ovens. In New York City, they're wanting to get rid of wood burning pizza ovens.
All that flavor, it's just been cooking in all those generations.
Well, that means you ain't gonna be able to have no good barbecue then, because all of our I'm talking good barbecue, okay, is done on a pit, like,
or smokers,
or a smoker,
yeah. That's another one. Small dogs. Wonder they can consider a dog. They fart too much, so it's bringing the.
Now there's a few small dogs I don't care that much for. The one that yaps at every cotton picking little thing, grasshopper that moves. A Yorkie, they bark at everything.
For the bulldogs.
I had a neighbor who had, I want to say, a Yorkie. and that's why I was living in town. You know, I hate to say it. Her house was about 10 feet from my living room window. Summertime, I raised the windows. They'd be in there asleep or trying to sleep. And I'd go, here's how, like that. That damn dog get to bark. She got up one night and slammed the window down and told me I was number one.
Yeah, if you sit there and think about it, and how many people that are running things in Washington, how many do you think there is? 200,000 people?
Run that by me one more time. I was reading
And that's just a number, 200,000 people. How many
And
is
these-
there of us? The
So,
working people.
for us,
Yeah,
up in the millions.
yeah.
we put the U in us. You know,
Where there's more of us than there is of them.
Yeah, but the point of the matter is, why are them winning?
Because
Us
they divided us.
They done a damn good job of that.
Yep. And we fall for it every election.
they might
Well,
win a few good battles,
get
but
us
inevitably
together.
they won't win the war.
Now I saw where I can't remember where it was at, but it's the election coming up. Okay, out of all 50 states, you know, you have blue states, you have red states. Out of all 50 states, what was it? Something like 90-some% from blue to red. Even his own team, who is president now, is throwing him under the bus. And what I can't understand is this right here. For a man or a person, for them to spend 4 years, 8 years, 7 years, running in the ground, talking bad junk about the man. Over half of them, 3/4 of them, are wanting him back. Think about that.
It's only been 4 though.
Well, for the whole 4 years he was president, they went after him hard and heavy. And if you think about it, the whole 3 years now, or going on 4 years, they're still going after him. And the whole time they can't really find nothing to stick on him. It seems like to me, after 3 or 4 years, they would give up. They hate this man that bad.
Yeah.
Why? Because he speaks the truth. He's got a backbone. He's got a set of kahunas on him, probably dragging the ground. And when he come into power, there was more black people who had jobs. The job, I mean, so forth like that. And there was a boxer upstate. I can't think of the name of the state. I can't even think of the name of the boxer. And I just saw this today, where he was convicted of 2 life sentences for attempt to distribute drugs. Okay. Only one of them stuck. His son done his best to get his daddy freed on some bogus charge. He sent 45 of video, and within 30 days, he freed his daddy. of that bogus charge. And the man was black. So you cannot tell me before he ran for president, okay, he was one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. He helped black people, any race, not just a certain race. The man was not prejudiced, as people say. They have got this country so divided, mind twisted, to where the smart people just flat out gone stupid. And yeah, I said it. You know, y'all wait till Wednesday. I'm gonna get fired up come Wednesday. I don't care if I get a strike or not. I'm gonna say what I got to say. And I got to stop now before I get bushcraft in trouble.
It already went to yellow.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Darn. It went to yellow when
The first 5 minutes.
Yeah. But next subject. I'm sorry.
I got too many people that watch, and as soon as they hear something, they report it.
Like I said, yes, I am going to go live Wednesday. I was going to go live last Wednesday, but Mother Nate or somebody cut into a fiber optic cable. And it
What
killed me.
T-shirt you talking about, B?
Vester, you absolutely right.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how well that thing going to go over. you may get some dirty looks over that one.
I don't give a flip.
I got let me see if I can find it. Show a picture.
I'm gonna get me a black magic marker. Find me one of my old ragged out T-shirts, which won't be hard to do. I ought to write that on the back. Yeah, and see how good that goes over. Probably get my tail beat.
I don't know if you can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see it on StreamYard because I got to hold the mouse over there. God created man and woman. Democrats created all the other genders.
You know what? That's 100% truth right there.
This is here's the last one I made.
And, you made this?
Yeah, these ones here, if I sell any of them, the profit I just send over to Dig Deeper so he can buy more Bibles.
I can see the image, but I can't read it.
It says, don't give up at 40. The rain will stop, the giant will fall, and you will enter the promised land at 41. Or 41 is coming. So if you read the Bible, you'll know.
I was going to ask you a question in the back room before we started. I'll have to do it after.
And I think, and then there's just this one. It just says, "Hey, I know a man."
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom, it's Peter 2:24.
How much are these shirts? 3XL.
Whatever that it
Okay.
adds, 'cause, yeah, 27, which is very kind of expensive, but I get these. I switched from oh, I switched from the other company. I forget what it was, because if you wash it about 4 times, the stuff comes off of it.
Really?
These shirts are really nice. They're thick, heavy shirts. They're real good shirts. They're not the little see-through crap that you get from
Walmart.
no, it's Teespring. Yeah, that's what it was. I got rid of Teespring because I was like, oh no, because when you make a shirt, you can get it on wholesale. So I bought a couple of the shirts, and after the first wash, I started seeing it fading, and I'm like, what the heck? And I've got one in there, and I was like, where did I get this beige T-shirt? And I can barely see some of the letters on there, and that's 4 washes, and it goes
Gone.
away. Yeah, and Bonfire does really good stuff. So, and they're actually a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. You got commercials coming up on YouTube about bear skin or bear clothing or whatever. And they had one on there. It was a rain jacket that had fur on the inside. UPC label come up, to order it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious just to see how much it cost. I pulled that thing up and scrolled all the way to the end, almost $300 for that thing. I said,
Oh
nope.
Yeah. Some of the stuff it's like,
Outrageous.
oh, that doesn't look too bad. And then you look at it, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
How did he charge that much? Well, just go to the grocery store.
What working man can afford that?
Getting a 2-pack of ribeye steaks for like $7.
Oh man.
It's like $30-$40 for 2 steaks now.
Look.
It's like, well, I'm never having beef again.
I cooked hamburger yesterday on the flat top out there. I had to go get a hamburger,
You didn't get it from Walmart, did you?
Heck no. Almost 3. But I went and got the buns. I got lettuce. I got a 25-pound bag of sugar, a bag of potatoes, and a couple more things I got. I didn't even cover up a fourth of the small buggies they got out.
Hey, Ruben.
$79.
Oh, yeah.
Damn near hit the floor. Orange juice. Okay. What, 3 bags? And none of them was full. $79. Lord God Almighty. You got to take them.
It's like $7-8 for a gallon of orange juice now.
Yeah.
$7 or $8.
I just reached
Walmart brand.
I just reached in there and grabbed it because I wanted some orange juice. It wasn't a gallon. It was, let's say a half gallon. I bought it yesterday. There may be a half glass full in there now. I asked the wife, I said, how much did that orange juice you drunk? She looked at me and said, I ain't drunk none. I said, you got to be kidding. I done drunk that much.
About as
Y'all gonna be hearing
some
buttermilk here in a minute. Oh, I looked at the buttermilk. I couldn't afford it. I mean, for what was it? A pint? a quart of buttermilk. It was almost $4.
Wow.
Give me a glass of milk and some lemon juice to cook with. But there is a time when you get that craving, you just got to have it. You know, you don't care what the price is. I've not run into that wall yet.
Unless it's going into some cornbread or biscuits.
That's where you take sweet milk and some lemon juice and make buttermilk.
No, I meant for drinking it. And I'm like, nope.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't gonna drink that stuff.
But the time it comes to making cornbread, I may have just enough to make cornbread. Because every time I go to the refrigerator, it's staring at me. You know, it's provoking me. I got to take a good swallow up 2 or 5. There it goes.
Yeah, here's this other list that I was sitting and looking at.
I'll try to keep
because economy and the collapse and everything. So they're saying every prepper needs to watch these movies. That way we know what to look for these collapses of the economy and stuff.
Shit, they do collapse.
We're living it.
Yeah.
But here's the first movie. It's called The Big Short. It's a 2015 movie. I don't know it, so
I think I heard of that one.
Is that featured in 101? The Big Short.
It's a 2008 housing market collapse.
Remember that?
Resulting in a financial crisis. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And the other movie is Margin Call. It's a 2011 movie. And again, I don't know this movie either. So I probably would fail all of these because I don't watch those kind of movies, evidently.
Have you ever seen a movie called Harry's War?
It says this thriller takes place over 24 hours and depicts the reaction of a large investment banking during the early stages of 2008 economy crisis. We're kind of seeing a trend here. The next movie is Inside Job.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen this one. And again, this is about 2008. The next movie is The Company of Men, 2010 movie.
Seems like I've heard that.
And this movie follows 3 individuals who lose their job due to layoffs. It offers a heart-wrenching portrayal of the struggles people face in economic downturns. And I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. And here's one for Jeff. Jeff probably knows this one. This is The Grapes of Wrath, 1940s movie.
Believe it or not, I've never seen the movie.
Okay.
But
it's about the Depression.
I've heard a lot of talk about it, how good the movie is, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, and it says that, about the hardships and everything about people living during the Depression. The next one is Wall Street, 1987. I've seen that one.
Who played?
That's Oliver Stone one.
Yeah.
And it's mainly about greed and corruption. would be my, my take out of it. The next one is Too Big to Fail, 2011. And again, it's about the 2008 financial crisis. I think right now we're worse than the 2008.
Yeah, a lot of metrics.
The next one is Up in the Air. Well, I really mixed that one up. The film starts George Clooney is a corporate downsider who travels the countryside firing employees. Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. That was right after the crash.
Yeah.
But you think it was filmed during and before, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. And the next one is The Smartest Guys in the Room, 2005. It's the collapse of Enron and the scandals of that. One after that is The Insider, 1999. Russell Crowe and Al Pacino movie.
I thought you were going to say Al Capone there for a minute.
That was about a big tobacco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The next one is The Wolf of Wall Street, 2013.
My son saw that. He said that's one of the best movies he's seen.
Yeah, and it's how corrupt that business is. I'll put it that way. And I don't know why this one's in here. Aaron Brockovich, 2000 movie.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, she was exposed a lot of the chemicals and stuff that was polluting into communities and waters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see how that has anything to do with the economic collapse. But it's a good movie, though.
Well,
kind of shows how the big corporations was silencing the small man or the small people in the way.
Yeah.
There's no pictures to it. It's just a list. And I don't know who does these lists or anything. So, yeah, it's something to check out. I mean, if you can watch them for free, check them out, I guess. But the majority of them looks like it's the 2008 collapse. And did Obama say that there wasn't an actual collapse?
I'm pretty sure sometime, somewhere, yeah.
Well, at least he admitted it.
I'm trying to remember which president lost his campaign because he said there is not collapse. Economy.
Well, Biden said that. He said that we're not. Well, he said, well, remember when he said we're not in a recession? But if you look at the books that says the description of a recession, then we were in one. We're way past that now, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say most of the states are, but there are some states who may not really see it yet. It ain't trickled down to some of them big cities like down here in the South. I mean, come on, Raleigh, Durham area, dude, there is no way on God's earth I can live there on account of the prices.
You mean that picture? Is that what I'm supposed to show?
I know what she's getting at.
Sullivan Goldman, the Oklahoma grocer, who in 1937 invented shopping cart. Had no idea he had invented the most expensive vehicle to operate in 2024.
Yeah. That is the most expensive vehicle to operate now. Is a grocery cart.
Yeah. You're lucky you get it out the store.
There is, I forget the name of the grocery store. I'm gonna say grocery store. You cannot take the buggy out of the store. They will stop you. You have,
Bueller.
it may be.
Yeah, it's Bueller's because you can send the groceries out in these little tubs, and then there's somebody that loads your car up for you, or you can carry them out by hand.
Yeah.
But the carts are not supposed to go out.
But I'm like this. I done spent that much money in your store. Dude, I don't think you're gonna have enough people there to stop me from pushing
Well,
that
the
buggy
thing
out.
is, they're loading your car up for you. You just pull up and they load up. So you don't have to carry anything. You just go out and get in your car and then go to this little tunnel thing, and they put all your groceries in your car for you.
Now
It's
that I can
mainly because
understand.
there's a lot of older people shop at Bueller's.
Well, see, now that I can understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually carry my stuff out anyway because I don't have enough to fill a tub. So.
Well, see, from what I saw, they did not mention that at all.
Now they do have, and I'm not sure the state, but I'm kind of get the idea that if they don't go through a line and pay for it, it sends a signal to that shopping cart. When they go to get out, it locks up and they can't go.
I've seen that also. And I'm going to say something that will probably make a lot of people happy. There is a whole lot of these here dollar stores like Family Dollar, Dollar General, or the Buck 25 store that's doing away with the self checkouts. Why? You guessed it. More stuff is being stolen like that.
We don't have them here, so
Really?
we just have actual people. Walmart has a self checkout, but they're closed. They closed the lines down. The self checkout lines.
Y'all mark my words. I don't know when it's going to happen, but there's going to come a time to when you cannot walk into a grocery store without being scanned that you're coming in, or you cannot walk out of it until you throw your hand up or something like that to be scanned.
They already have scanners on when you come in and out of the stores now.
Well, I'm talking about the doors is going to be locked.
Oh,
you ain't going to be able to come in or out until you show some type of scanner. Okay. Like that.
Yeah, we have that's at Aldi's. Aldi's, you have to put a quarter in the cart.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. There are some people that sit there and wait for the free cart, and they'll put it back in there and get a quarter and just sit there. I'm like, all the time that you're sitting there waiting for maybe 3 or 4 hours to make $1. Why don't you have a job and get paid more? It makes no sense to me. that you'll see somebody sitting out there waiting for people to not put their carts away.
Now, it's been a good while back ago. I'm talking 7, 8 years ago. Okay. I was coming out of, I don't know if it was Aldi's or another one where you had to put a quarter in to get a buggy. Guy come running up to me and handed me what I thought was a quarter, okay, to get my buggy. And I said, yeah, fine, no problem. I didn't know it till I got back to the car. He gave me a flat washer. 25 cents. Come on. Are you that bad off? Well, I can't say nothing. I used to take flat washers and get drinks out of drink machines.
Yeah, most of the time you'll see, when you're getting ready to go into the store, somebody say, you need a cart, and they'll give you the cart. You go to give them the quarter. They said, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's they're being nice or they just don't want to get a germ.
Probably both.
And sometimes I went to Aldi's and just left my quarter in there, just gave somebody a free shot. Maybe they gave somebody else a free shot, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, you got a-holes who take a quarter.
Chris.
Hello,
Yeah.
Chris. I can't say sir or ma'am to that one. I don't know.
Ma'am.
Okay. I think we had this conversation one time before.
Yeah.
Old timers kicking in. No. So now I can literally sit there and joke about that.
Yeah, I like some of these lists on here because I like checking out some of the list of, and these are supposed to be preppers that are doing these lists and everything.
Yeah.
Like they'll have 10 items that you can't live without, and they'll have some of the weirdest things in this list, and I'm like, that makes no sense.
Well, what gets me, and I know you have preached on this quite a few times, is people, preppers, okay, telling you how to do this, how to set this up, how to do that. They ain't even gone out in their own backyard. They don't even know how to do a lean-to. They couldn't start a fire unless they got a big lighter and a half gallon of gasoline, but yet they're telling us how we should be doing this, how we should do that. Before you tell anybody, you need to take your assets out there and do it.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few of them on here.
There was this one that got all kinds of good gear and stuff, and decided to go out in the woods to do it. And he actually had a tent and was having the hardest time setting his tent up. In the comments, everybody was making fun of this guy, and to me, I thought it was good because he was actually going out there and doing it, even though he had a hard time putting a tent together. The fact is that he's going out there and learning how to put that tent together. Now, hopefully he didn't give up after it, because I didn't see too many videos after that. But the fact to me is that so many people are saying, "Oh, he's a fake this and a fake that," and he never said he was an expert or anything like that. He just said that this is something that he wants to learn about and get better at. And he went out there and done it. He stayed out there the whole night. He never got a fire going, so he didn't eat because he had those ready to eat meals that you needed to put the hot water in. But the fact that he went out there and he learned, well, now I need to learn how to get a fire going. I need to learn how to put this together. And to me, that is 100 times better than somebody that shows all this fancy gear and it's brand new and never been used, and they talk about it, but they don't show anything about it.
Well, like you said, experience is the best teacher. And look, I've done put up God knows how many tents. Some of them are so cut big and easy, it ain't funny. And then you got some out there that's a pain in your royal backside to put up.
Yeah. I've got one that it comes with a pump, a bicycle pump, and you pump it up. It doesn't have any tent poles or anything. It uses air, which sucks.
See, with my luck,
I didn't pay for this. I got it for free, and I wish I didn't accept it because we went camping with it, and I would say about 10 minutes it went flat.
Oh man.
There's no way of holding up because it doesn't come with tent poles, so you have to keep going out there and up. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Well, see, with my luck, if I was to buy one of them and set it up and it stayed inflated, I got a hurricane or a tornado coming through. So what good is it? You know, it's going to blow me away.
It ain't going to be any good anyway.
Well, a regular tent ain't either, but you'll stand a better chance in a regular tent. I'm looking for a wall tent that I can stand up in. You
can stand up in this one, but I went and got a can of Fix-A-Flat and put it there, and it stayed up for a good while. The rest of the camping trip, boy. I had all of these campers around me, all these nice RVs and everything, and none of them, had any campfires out there or anything. And I actually had a campfire out there, and I cooked on a grill that I brought, and I cooked bacon over the fire.
Oh my God!
Well, it was coals.
Bacon. Coffee.
About 6:30, 7 o'clock. All these people started coming out. I'm out there cooking pancakes and bacon.
Well, now you know yourself. I don't care how good you are. To get a fire started, sometimes it's hard as crap. And it's even with a match. Some wood just don't burn easy as others. You've got to know what type of wood to get. And even though you got that wood, sometimes a fire just ain't that easy.
Yeah, there's a thing that you can buy now. I think you can get them in Walmart. It's just a pull string, and it ignites in the middle of this thing, and this thing stays red hot for a long period of time. That way you can get a fire started, and that's
like a road
emergency. It's an emergency thing that you wouldn't want to use all the time. It's like if you fell in the ice water and you had to get a fire going, or die, you would want to use just pull the string and boom, you got a fire. and so many people are dissing this thing because it's a fake way to make fire. And I'm like, well, half these people don't know how it is when you're freezing to death or you're out there, because and there's some people in chat that probably know this, but I can't remember the name of it. But there's a test you do where you start using your fingers to do this, and then once that hyperthermia kicks in, you can't do that, and that shows you if you can't do something as simple as this, how
Yeah.
are you going to start a fire? And that's where you need that emergency way to start a fire.
Yeah. Where'd that go?
But that
Be charming.
I can't remember what the test is, but if you're out in the cold, or it could be rain or snow or something, it's something to focus on to see how bad, because a lot of times you don't realize that you're getting hyperthermic and until your motor skills go, and it's too late then. That's why they do this test to determine, like, oh, I need to get a fire going.
Yeah. Be charming. Not only does it smell better, it tastes so much better on a campfire.
Oh yeah.
Food smells so much better over a campfire.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here early because I got to go get ready to go on over to the Vineyard Chicks, because I'll be live over there.
Watch out. He liable to break bad and start singing.
No, I can't. I can't do the singing thing.
Oh.
I made a promise not to get into that stuff anymore.
How's that working out so far?
Probably 30 years now.
Oh, really?
I wrote some songs, but I don't think that's the same as getting into the business again. Yeah, see, I can do this. I can do the writing, but I made a promise long ago, because I
Dunlap Farms.
I was a different person back then.
I think we all was. We kind of growed up a little bit. I'll put it like that.
Well, when you're in a band and stuff, and you get a lot of people coming up and offering you things. And if you have a girlfriend or future wife, they see this and like, oh no, you're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. I know where you're coming from. I've not been there, but I know where you're coming.
Yeah, and I basically, kids come about, and it's time to put that stuff away and be a grown-up, and that's what I did.
Tasha, he's got a banjo. He just don't want to learn how to play it. I'm trying.
Well, see, that's the thing. When I was gonna, I'll actually bring it with me if I ever do find a van, or I still would love an ambulance to rebuild into a camper.
Dude, I wish you'd come down here. We got a junkyard up here that's got buses.
Oh, there's a lot of them down there, but that's the thing. I don't have the money to go all the way down there and drive one all the way back and still pay for it. Because there's a real nice 4x4 ambulance down there Well, it's actually in Tennessee, which is right next to it.
Does it say what part of Tennessee?
It's the west side. I forget, but I showed it on. I seen it on a map and whatnot. Or not west side, east side. But also, I think Jeff said he's going to go live Wednesday, and
Yeah,
I'll probably be back Friday. I've been missing Fridays here off and on. I'm going to try to get back into it again. Yeah, Bunky's starting to get into the writing. Only thing is she thinks she'll write something and then she'll throw it away because she thinks it's not good. And that's if you're sitting down there writing it down, you need to keep that, because a lot of times those mistakes come into really good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at it again and say, oh, I can change this and then change that. And, oh, that sounds pretty good. Because whenever you throw it away, you can't work on it anymore.
Yep.
Big Sherman, the ambulance I rode in on, I couldn't tell you how it rode. That's how bad off I was.
But I'm going to go ahead and hit this button here. And I still haven't sped it up. So you got 2 minutes to get ready to go over to Vineyard Chicks.
Out, night, everybody.